Welcome on out to Cult Classics versus Comedians. We are recording here at Wits Theater over here in Midvale, Utah. And I am joined with fellow comedians Eileen Dobbins.
Hi.
Bob Bedore.
Hello.
And Lamar Kellywood.
Hi.
So Lamar, tell us about your
Yes.
film today.
I wanted to do Fritz the Cat.
Fritz the Cat.
Yeah, it's an animated movie from 1972. It was done by Ralph Bakshi. He did it based on a comic strip done by R. Crumb, the famous underground comic book illustrator. It was also the first U.S. movie to get an X rating in America, because it was really weird at the time. It's really weird too, because Ralph Bakshi was trying to it seemed like he was going really political with it, he was trying to send a message, but it doesn't really go anywhere. But I like that it's more animated, because he was going for he wanted to go with more adult themes, but he didn't have any actually ability to tell a really good story. There's a lot of scenes where they're just kind of just talking, and the dialogue is just it just sounds like a bunch of garbage, but it's animated. So it's
animated garbage. It's perfect. I think that's what Eileen's opinion of the movie is. Eileen, what's your opinion of this?
I don't know how you knew that I couldn't. I'm not a big fan of the movie. Sorry, Lamar. I didn't know what it was before I watched it. I had no expectations. So I'm like, Fritz the Cat. That sounds cute. It wasn't cute. I don't understand why none of the female characters could keep their clothes on for an entire scene.
You know what? The interesting thing about that is I finally realized why when we ever do an animated mascot, we don't put pants on it. Because apparently animated animals, all they want to do is hump the whole time based on Fritz the Cat.
You really opened up something there, Jamie.
I did. I've been very upset over lack of pants on animals, and I finally figured out why.
I'm kind of glad I made you guys watch this movie.
It was weird to go back to this movie because I have kind of a love-hate thing with Ralph Bakshi. Because I like what he does in animation style. If you notice, a lot of times in the background, there are things moving around in the background that in most animated movies, those are just matte stills in the background, or characters who aren't a part of the scene aren't doing anything. If you look at the very opening of Fritz the Cat, they're on the, they're building the skyscraper, and there's two guys talking, and then there's one guy that's just going through his lunch pail. And I find that stuff fascinating, that he would spend that much time with it. But then I hate the fact that he'll spend so much time with weird little things like that and no time on any story or anything like that. I'm not a fan of Fritz the Cat. Mostly just the whole story. The original comic strip that it's based off from R. Crumb is basically just rape jokes. I mean, it's pretty
classic.
Yeah, and
classic
it's that's comedy gold, as any comic will know.
Yeah.
Anytime you go rape jokes, you know that
every audience
you're going to kill. So I have a hard time with that. I'm a big fan of Wizards. I like American Pop. The other movies that Ralph did later on in his career.
Yeah.
There's a point where a cop falls into a church and he has no pants on.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting a gun, and it's his dick's out, and then I don't know where it goes from there. I think that scene is just over.
The pastor or whatever representative of the church starts attacking him.
Oh yeah, and then it's that scene's done.
Yeah, it's like a junk drawer of a movie. It's
it's
like bits and pieces of things they wanted to put in there, and then they're like, how do we do this?
It's all more shock value, but there's still no point. If maybe there was a point, we could analyze it deeper, but it's just all on the surface.
It's like a bad open mic night.
Yeah, it is. The hardest part for me watching this movie is I was watching it on my laptop while my wife slept next to me, and I'm like, please, dear God, do not wake up while these animals are having sex on the screen right now. I will never at any point in the movie. I'm sweating the whole time. Oh, please don't wake up, during the whole thing.
My sister was in the other room, and she would periodically poke her head, and she's like, what?
What is going on in there?
Look up from my laptop, and I was like, no, not approving.
What's great about the film, though, is that the fact that they put that out as a movie and went through all that process of doing it, I think it emboldened other filmmakers to do stuff that push the envelope, that especially in animation, right?
And then thinking oh man, someone drew this, someone had to sit down and go to work.
Every
like,
day,
every day, and like
some poor animator sitting there.
I'm always like, if you
Another cat penis.
Oh my gosh.
cat dick hanging out.
Can I say,
Yes.
one thing I absolutely learned from this movie is that if you smoke marijuana, or pot as the kids call it, you will have an orgy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Mass
dangerous.
orgies break out. And then I love the you know, like how you were talking about, he's trying to make a political point. He wanted to do something with it, but he missed on every single point that he wanted to make because all the African American characters were black crows.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay. And then all the cops were just pigs.
Yeah.
But all the white people were like like rabbits and cats and oddbar, all kinds of different animals.
With lack of any subtlety, he still missed the mark.
Yeah, completely.
I mean, it was like using a wrecking ball to take out a target and still missing the target.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
wrecking. Keep in mind, though, Eileen, one of the reasons R. Crumb was upset with the movie was because it wasn't near as offensive and true to the comic strip as it was.
So it could have
Well,
been.
and that was my
even more.
problem too.
You're
I
like-
think that's why it didn't.
If we're
work
gonna
for
go
you.
here, let's go here. Let's not half-ass this thing. Let's go all the way on this. So,
I'm like, are you hinting at rape or is rape happening?
yeah. So, Bob, what's your overall recommendation of the film? What would you say for cult enthusiasts out there?
For cult enthusiasts, I would say no on this one. I would say check out some of Ralph Bakshi's later work where he actually had a little more studio kind of holding them together a little more and better writing. Like I said, things like Wizard, American Pop, I think were better stories and had just as cool animation.
Lamar, this is obviously your film. So,
Yeah.
what did you think?
I thought it's just like, it's really interesting. Like, I'm really interested in like weird animation, like the Donald Duck Nazi video, like animated, like those like really weird things where they have try to make a point, and it's like these like the visualization is like really intense enough at the time, and like certain like propaganda films. Like I'm just surprised they like put this much effort into like make something animated and record it and put it all together and produce it and then we can watch it.
And
It's
not
really
have
weird.
no point to it at all.
Yeah,
Like,
but it did like inspire people to like think outside the box. Like even like you can like I always think its predecessors or like what came after it was like what's on HBO now. Like the HBO's Animals, like they have anthropomorphic animals and like their lives, and it's animated like in a really awesome style.
yeah.
Like I would recommend that.
Yeah, over
Or,
this.
like, yeah.
Over this.
Yeah,
Eileen,
it's more thought out.
what'd you think?
For cult enthusiasts, unless your cult is the KKK, I don't know that you're going to enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Unless you watch it the way I did, which is by fast forwarding 30 seconds,
At a
roughly
time.
every 30 seconds, you don't miss anything important.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it's just more of the same confusion. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be one of those ones I say you could kind of skip on. It does, like Lamar said, it seems like they wanted to do something, they had intentions on doing something, and it ended up just like, I don't know, giving up, or it was just too difficult for them to do. So yeah, see it if you really want to see animals having sex with each other.
And
if
not
you're-
like they do on the Animal Channel.
No,
I mean, I'm
not
just
like
gonna say
not
that.
like on the Animal Channel. Nope, nope, not at all. Because they talk to each other and make eye contact. So that's the big deal with that piece of it. So, hey, we want to thank everybody for joining us for this episode of Cult Classics versus Comedians. Again, we are recording here at Quick Wits Comedy Theater here in Midvale, Utah, which is actually Bob is one of the main performers there. Bob, how can people get a hold of you? How can people follow you?
If you just look us up on qwcomedy.com, you'll find out everything we're doing. It's improv comedy, but we welcome all kinds of comedy here on the stage. Just love it.
Awesome. And Lamar, how can people follow you?
Just at Lamar Kellywood on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. And Eileen?
Eileen is a jerk on Twitter.
And then I'm just Jamie Maxfield, so just Jamie.Max on Twitter, whatever, on Facebook. And then, of course, you can also follow us, Cult Classics versus Comedians on Facebook. Also, Channel 801, which is a movie showcase that Mr. Ben Fuller and I host on that, so you can follow me there. And want to thank everybody. Thanks, guys, for being
Thank
part of
you.
this.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks.
a lot.